Hello everyone, this is Bradley Allen Hinchley. Once again coming to you live from my computer in my apartment. This is a video that, well, honestly, truthfully, I pray to God Almighty I would never need to make. However, as it works out, I guess I don't get that wish, that prayer. Over 100 days into Biden's administration, which is an illegal administration, but I digress on that topic. It's been put on my heart, and I've been thinking about it, and researching and looking into it, and now it's time that I make the video. How many people remember the original movie Red Dawn, or even the remake of that movie Red Dawn? One was done in, I believe, 84. The remake was 2012. I bring these up simply because of this. If you follow Biden's foreign policy and you watch those two movies, you will see that what is happening is we are being set up for a Red Dawn scenario. Either with the original, which is where Cuba, Nicaragua, Venezuela, all the South American countries come up and with the help of Cuba and Russia try to take us over, or the new movie where it's North Korea that comes over and tries to take us over. Either way you go, the plan is the same. They are trying to take and destroy America, erase it, take it over so that we will then be socialist and controlled by a foreign nation. The reason I'm saying this is because in the original, a comment was made that, our borders had been in such a state of disrepair that, infiltrators came right on and got jobs at places that they never should have been able to and just wreaked havoc and fucked us. In the new one, they North Korea sets off a EMP type device, which is electromagnetic pulse type of device, and leaves our whole western seaboard open. They come in. Both scenarios are saying the same thing. Two different ways, but saying the exact same thing. And we all know, well, if you got a brain in your head and you think with your logical mind instead of just going by, oh, I feel this way today, so it's this truth. Oh, I feel this way today, so it's that truth. No. If you look and you use your logic brain, you will see that what I'm saying is true. Very much so. You see, the Harris Biden administration wants America dead. The same thing that the Obama Biden administration wanted. America dead. The same thing that Clinton wanted. The same thing that, well, shit, every globalist has been trying for since God knows when. But the fact of the matter is this. they know that if they try to invade us while we still have our guns, we, as Americans, we will band together, kick their fucking ass, and win. That's why they are trying so hard and passing so many illegal orders that directly go against the Second Amendment to the Constitution. You know, they're trying to pass all these things of, well, you know, if you buy a rifle, you gotta register it. Doesn't state that in my Constitution. Says, shall not be infringed. If you want to own a handgun, you have to register it. Doesn't say that in my Constitution. It says, shall not be infringed. And it's worded in the way that it is, where it says the Second Amendment shall not be infringed upon, so that we, the people, can have weapons to defend not only our own home and our own family, but our nation, our country, if need be, against A, a foreign enemy, B, a domestic enemy. I took the same oath as every single other veteran. Anyone who's ever served in the military takes the oath to defend this nation against all enemies, foreign and domestic, and to obey the rules and orders set in place by those in authority over me, except when to do so would violate the Constitution. In other words, we, as current service members or ex-service members, have the authority, if a law is unconstitutional, to tell our superior, no, I will not do that. It is unconstitutional. So, by them mobilizing the military in Minnesota to arrest people who are out past curfew, just getting gas or whatever, every one of those military people are violating their oath of service. Because what they are doing is, in fact, in direct violation of the Constitution of the United States. The Constitution does not go bye-bye just because of a quote-unquote global pandemic. But yet, when Woodstock was going on, there was a legit global pandemic, and nothing was shut down. Can you say they shut everything down so that they could use false means and voter fraud to get Trump out and Biden in? Biden even admitted this. He said, we have put together the most comprehensive and largest voter fraud organization. And nobody reported on the fact that he admitted that they put together a voter fraud organization to get Trump out and Biden in. Why wouldn't anyone report on this unless the media was helping the government to circumnavigate our rights and helping the government, Biden, and the Democrats and the globalists to circumnavigate our sovereignty as a country so that they can then allow a foreign power to come in and try to take us over. Think about it. You know that what I'm saying is true. Everything I'm saying backs up. It's all able to be backed up. All you have to do is use your head. Use that thing that's right here, the thing that's between your ears, your brain. Use it. Think logically. And you'll see that what I'm saying is true. They're trying to distract everybody with from what's going on by, oh, there's, you can't say this, you can't say that, and there's 50,596,492 fucking 1,582 different genders out there. No. Or, oh, you gotta wear a mask. You got, the newest one is, oh, you gotta wear a mask. You gotta get the vaccine. Gotta get the vaccine. Gotta get the vaccine. Vaccine. A, it's untested. B, we don't know the long fucking term ramifications of it. And C, we don't know what if it could or could not be used to help keep track of each and every one of us. Now, yes, Trump got a vaccine for this virus, but that was under Trump. Who's to say that Biden hasn't since, done some backroom dealings and switched some shit around? Hmm? What I'm saying is this. We know that the media, the news and Hollywood and all that, are in bed with the Democrats, the leftists, the socialists, and the globalists. We know this. They're all in bed together and having to get fun. But if you're smart, you can see where the media, aka movies and Hollywood, actually tells you what the game plan is 10, 20, 40, 50, 60, 100 years down the fucking line. In this case, they know they can't wait 100 years down the line. They have to do it now. So they ramped everything up to try to get now. Problem is that criminals will never turn in their weapons. And as much as a criminal is against the law, I'll guarantee you there are patriotic criminals out there. And that if you try to invade us, they will come to us patriots and help us every damn time. I'll guarantee it. Because to be a patriot doesn't mean you have to be a law-abiding citizen. It means you have to love your nation of origin, your country. I am a patriot. I love America. I am willing to die for this nation. I may not agree with everything that the left says. In fact, I might agree with such a small portion that it's irrelevant on what they say. But I will fight to the death for their right to spout whatever it is they want to spout, be debated, and be proven wrong. Because I truly believe in free speech. Free speech. That's another thing that they're trying to take away from us by saying words equal violence. Bullshit. Right there, words equal violence. Right there, sit on it. When you reach this, the ride's over. Unless you spend more money, in which case when you hit here, the ride's fucking over. Simply put, freedom of speech means you have the freedom to say whatever you want. And the freedom to accept the ramifications for your actions. Case in point, if you go into a movie theater, a crowded theater, not crowded, whatever, and you yell out, "Fire!" and there is no fire and people die, well, yes, you have the freedom to say that, but you also have the freedom to then accept responsibility for what you said and for the consequences of you saying that. Being people scattering, trampling people, getting hurt, stuff like that. So, yeah, you have freedom of speech, but to the thing called common sense that, well, nowadays doesn't seem to be that common, but common sense tells you if you scream fire in a crowded theater and there isn't fire, you could get in trouble and cause a lot of serious injury. Therefore, the social contract of everybody that everybody abides by is to not do something like that. You see, our nation works because we openly allow people to come here legally and embrace our way of living. We in turn will embrace their culture, and everybody lives happily. Have we made mistakes? Of course. According to a lot of nations out there, we are a fledgling nation. We are a new nation. We're only a few hundred years old. Whereas, like, England is a couple of thousand years old. So, compared to England, the U.S. is a relatively newborn nation. We're a toddler nation. Maybe a teenager nation. We're going through the growing pains. But, as a nation, we all have a social contract with each other that states we will not scream fire in a crowded movie theater unless there is actually a fire. We won't board an airplane and then scream out there's a bomb on board when there isn't. We will treat each other politely, you know. Now, the criminals break the social contract when they try to harm others, or they do something that will in some way cause harm to someone else. That's why they're criminals. The laws are social contracts, basically. Break a social contract, you've broken the law, therefore you pay the ramifications of your actions. Cash, jail, prison, whatever. I, myself, have broken several laws and done the time for. I make no bones about it. I don't glorify what I've done, but I don't run from it either. I simply state the facts. Good, bad, or indifferent. Whether it makes me look good, makes me look bad, or makes me look indifferent, I don't give a fuck. I'm going to state facts as A, I see them, B, I have researched and I still see them coming out the same way. What is going on now is insanity. They are trying to ram down everyone's throat and brainwash everyone into believing men can be women, women can be men. No. Our DNA is different. If you were born a man, you naturally produce more testosterone. If you start taking estrogen to become a woman, your body is still producing testosterone. It is just now producing more estrogen as well. But you're still producing testosterone. And if you're an adult and you went through puberty as a man or a woman and then you try to transfer to the other one, there's still going to be genetic, biological differences between men and women. Men are stronger in a lot of areas than women. Why? Because it is in our DNA. Our bodies naturally put on more muscle, and we are naturally built to carry more muscle because we needed that ability to go out and run down and kill a saber-toothed tiger, a woolly mammoth, a mastodon, whatever, for food. Alright? A woman is not as fast as a man because she didn't need to be. She was at home, taking care of the children, preparing the meals, skinning she would skin the animals, tan the hides, and make the clothes and all that. She would watch out for the cave and protect the children. The man would protect the family and the group as a whole, but he would also go out and hunt for food and gather. So, biologically, our bodies developed different traits that were needed for our different activities. You take a 20-year-old Olympic female track star, say 400 meters. You put her against, let's say she's 22. You put her against a 22-year-old man of the same, who's also an athlete, a track athlete, been training for the exact same field, the 400, but in the men's Olympic, and then if you put those two side by side, the man will blow out the women every time. Case in point, look at what's happening with these transgenders in these high school these high school men who couldn't make it on the boys basketball team or the boys track and field team. They just weren't fast enough to make it on that team. They're saying now that they're transgender, competing against biological women and blowing them out of the water. And it's not just high school, it's adults. A transgender female, meaning a man who is becoming a female, just won, not just a while back, won and set all kinds of records in the female powerlifting event. Well, I'm sorry, but he's not a female. He shouldn't have been there. He was born biologically a man. He went through puberty as a man. Therefore, his body was designed to put on more muscle, to carry more weight, to be able to lift more than that of a woman. But there are things that women do, biological women do, that biological men, cannot. Such as a biological woman will bleed for a week and not die. If a biological man is bleeding for a week, he's going to die. A biological woman can give birth, can carry a child, a life, can create life. inside them and then give birth to life. A man cannot. Now, way back in the day, they started to try to blur this, and Arnold Schwarzenegger and Danny DeVito started helping to try to blur this whole thing to set this all up with the movie Junior. So you see, they're willing to tell you what they want down the line and start with the brainwashing by subtle things. Oh, it's just a comedy. It's just a movie, it's a comedy. 20 years later, 30 years later, now they're trying to say that it can happen. Do you follow the progression? Hollywood actually will tell you what they want. The left, the globalists, they want America gone. Hollywood, if you're smart and you watch and then you look at society, will tell you how they are planning to do this. And under Biden, the Harris-Biden administration, if you look at it, you will see how they have set everything up just so that Cuba, Russia, China, whoever can try to come to this nation and take us over. Trump, the reason they had to get him out of office was because Trump was actually putting things in place to stop a foreign nation from coming here and taking us over. And he put a lot of things in place that they can't just throw out, that now they have to expand their timeline with because of. I'm not saying conspiracy theories here, people. I'm saying things that are logic, easy for you to see and understand, that are science based. And here's the kicker: the left says they're all about following the science. Listen to scientists. Well, why don't they want to listen to scientists when it comes to biology? The very fundamental shit of how we, as a species, as humans, are made up. I mean, animals are made up the same way. Two genders, male, female. You don't see a male lion trying to screw another male lion and trying to adopt or have offspring. No. You see a male lion screw a female lion and a little cub comes about. Now, it might look like a lion's trying to screw another male lion when what they're really doing is trying to assert that they're the dominant male. They're the alpha of that pack. They're the leader of that pride. And I know I've just thrown out a lot of information, punched you in the face, metaphorically speaking, with a lot of intel. And right now your brain's probably spinning. So I will say this: YouTube is not monetizing any of my videos. They keep me below the level so that they cannot monetize me. However, I do have a PayPal account, which in the next few videos, I'm going to find the account and try to link everything into the descriptions so that if you want to donate to me through PayPal, that you can. Until then, I have a street address that I will think about sharing in the description. Um, but please know this. All I'm asking anyone to do, I don't ask anyone to take what I say on faith. No. I ask everyone who watches my videos to please think for themselves. Go out and research what I'm saying. And please, if I'm wrong, and you can use facts and logic to show me how I'm wrong and convince me. And then if you convince me that I'm wrong, I will be the first to admit I'm wrong and I will make a video of it. I've already done it in the past. Please think for yourselves. America, this is a critical time where we will either keep. Oh, excuse me, it's been a long night. I didn't get much sleep last night and it's been a long day. But well, we will either keep our nation free and sovereign and keep it as a nation of its own, or will we allow another government to come in and take us over? Or will we allow the government to strip away our rights and make us a totalitarianistic, socialistic, communistic government country? Hmm? I pray that we keep our sovereignty as a nation, that we stay free as Americans. Oh, excuse me. We inherited our freedoms. Now it is time that we fight for our freedoms. I won't sugarcoat it because a war or a battle or a fight is too ugly to sugarcoat. But when you're fighting for something that you know is right, it hurts less. It means a little bit more. For now, this has been Bradley Allen Hinchley saying please, think for yourself. Research everything that I've said. But always, please, think for yourself. Until next time, I'll be seeing you.